If I'd known that cup of coffee would be our last, I would have held his hand a little longer. You know, I wasn't planning on talking about this today. Some memories feel safer when you leave them folded up in the back of a drawer. But the house has been too quiet lately, and I guess silence has its own way of pushing things to the surface. Back then, I used to live in a little town in northern Illinois. Cold in the winters, friendly in the summers, nothing special, just the kind of place where folks still wave at each other from their porches. My husband, Walter, he loved that town more than anyone I ever knew. Every morning for 32 years, we had the same routine. He'd brew the coffee, strong enough to wake the dead, he used to say. And we'd sit at the tiny kitchen table by the window, watching the world wake up. Nothing profound, nothing poetic, just two people sharing a little silence before the day got loud. I still remember the morning that broke everything. He'd been coughing for weeks, but you know men. Always convinced it's just a cold. Truth is, I think he already knew. I could see it in the way he looked at me, like he was trying to memorize my face. We were sitting at that same kitchen table, the coffee steaming between us. He reached for the mug, and his hand shook, just a little. Only once. But once was enough. I said, "Walter, you okay?" He smiled that tired smile of his and said, "Yeah, Ellie, just didn't sleep good." Well, he didn't finish that cup. Didn't even take a sip. We were in the hospital by noon. I don't like talking about the hospital. The beeping machines, the smell of disinfectant, the way every hallway feels like it's holding its breath. All I'll say is, he didn't come home. People think grief hits you like a storm, fast and loud. But mine came quiet. It came in small things. His jacket still hanging by the door. His favorite mug still on the counter. The chair across from me suddenly emptied during breakfast. For months, I couldn't bring myself to touch that last cup of coffee he poured. It just sat there. Cold. Untouched. Like the world had paused in the middle of a sentence. I don't know why I kept it. Maybe because it felt like the last thing he ever did for me. One morning, must have been almost a year later, I finally picked it up. The coffee had long gone stale, but holding that mug. My hand stopped shaking for the first time since he left. I washed it gently, dried it, and placed it back on the shelf. Right where he always kept it. And now, every morning, I still make 2 cups. One for me. And one for the man who never got to finish his. I guess that's just how love works when you get old. You don't move on, you just learn to live around the empty spaces. And sometimes, if the house is quiet enough, I swear I can still hear him pulling out that chair across from me. Like he's just running a little late for breakfast.